stepping out of the mind. We've heard this many, many times, but what does it really mean, and why is it so hard to do it? Welcome to Ruhani Wellness Center. This is Anna. Let's talk about stepping out of our minds today. So first of all, why would we need to step out of our minds, and what does that mean? So if we believe that our mind is all that we are, and remember that for some cultures, the mind, the emotions is one just united system. If we believe that that system made out of beliefs, memories that planted and seeded those beliefs, and then experiences that are looked through the looking glass of those beliefs and then reassure the same belief, if we believe that that is all of what we are, then it's really hard to actually visualize what stepping out of that would mean, no? So stepping out of the mind is basically understanding that we are a lot much more than just our thinking self. So now that we know that, why would we need to be able to step out of our thinking selves? So there's a great quote by Albert Einstein, and he says that in order to solve anything, you have to step out of the conditions in which you created the problem. No, a lot of our problems are created by our mind. I'm not saying all of them are, that's a different discussion, but a lot of the issues that we have, not even the problems, but the issues that we have, we really are making them up. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Just observe, remember, or create the experience for yourself of being in a position that you are uncomfortable, and notice the thoughts that you're having in that moment. Then it would become more clear to see how those thoughts create emotions, and those emotions create reactions, and those reactions bring about more of what we've been thinking. Then ask yourself if in that state where your mind is creating all of these thoughts, can you really solve the issues at hand? Now you're listening to this message through your thinking mind. It's your rational mind that is allowing you to understand my language. So telling to that part to step out of it is pretty much like telling one of the howler monkeys that we have here in Costa Rica to step out of the monkey. It's a really hard thing to accomplish. So it is key that we tap into that aspect of ourselves that is more than the mind, or that is not the mental aspect itself, so that we create that space where to move into. If we think that the mind is all that we are, where are we going to move to? So little by little, I want to invite you to create this space that is not the mind within you, so that you can move to that space and see the mind from an external perspective. That space can be achieved by tapping into your physical body. Once you're completely and fully in tune with the sensations that you're having, it's easier to have less thoughts in your mind. That is a way to, little by little, begin to convince yourself that you're more than your mind. Another way to tap out of the mind is through meditation. There are many different techniques, and you can find the one that serves you the most. But the more that you tap into a space of silence, closing your eyes, tapping into your breath, and really being able to expand yourself beyond the mind, then you're going to be able to have somewhere to move to. The howler monkey is not going to be told to stop being a howler monkey or get out of the howler monkey. The huge being that you are is going to be asked to take its awareness or attention from the mind to a different aspect of itself. So we have to create that space where we can connect to ourselves, not from our mental space. And then once we have achieved that, we can connect to each other from a different space that is no longer the mind. And remember, you can't think yourself out of your mind. That is just your mind looping inside of itself. We really, as a culture, haven't been taught how to get out of our minds. It's something that is really not in our experience day-to-day basis. We are used to looking at life through that level of perception, so it's really hard for us sometimes to even imagine what it is to be outside the mind. So don't try to think yourself out of your mind. Instead, tap into your body, tap into meditation, and create the space within yourself so that you can move into that internal room and look at the mind from the outside. Take a different perspective and solve the issues that you thought were a problem from the inside perspective of the mind. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to find a daily space where you can connect to that part of yourself that is not your mind. It can be in the morning, just when you wake up. You put your yoga mat next to your room so that you have next to your bed so that you have no excuse. You just open your eyes, sit on the yoga mat, close your eyes, breathe in and out deeply, and tap into your breath. Inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply. Just focus on the breath and allow all of your awareness to go into your breath. If a thought comes by, just let it pass through you like it's a cloud in the sky, and you keep your attention and you focus it on the breath. You can focus on the tip of the nose as the air goes in and as the air goes out. Now it sounds simple and super easy, but the more you do it, the more space inside yourself you're gonna create that is not your mind. Again, the more you're gonna convince yourself that you're more than the part of you that is thinking. The thoughts may stop and you're not gonna die. So I want you to practice that daily from 5 to 10 minutes every day, really tapping into your honesty and your authenticity. Are you able to keep the focus in your breath, or is it really just easier to step into the thoughts? The thoughts may not stop. The mind is a thinker, that's what it does. But can you really be present in the breath? Can you really believe that you're more than just the thoughts? Detaching yourself from the part that is thinking, not completing the thoughts, but really tapping into the sensations in your body when you breathe. Number 2, I really want you to have a weekly movement ritual. The more you tap into your body in a way that you connect to yourself and you're not thinking, and you're not going into the future, and you're not tapping into the past, and you're not thinking about if neighbors are watching or who's listening, or if you're not really thinking about anything and really just putting all of your awareness into your tissues. Put on a song that you love, close your eyes, dance or move or do whatever you need to do to that song in a way that you are not thinking. So now this is a very professional technique that I learned. It's called shaking out the thoughts. So if in your dance moves you begin to think too much, you just shake your head and let the thoughts get the hell out of your head. Practice that at least once a week. Commit to creating a space where you can experience yourself, not through the mind, but through presence. I promise you, if you do this consistently, something will happen. There are going to be some changes, and you're going to be able to see the things that are around you in the present moment. You're going to begin to see yourself around those things. Thank you so much for watching. Please make that commitment and let me know how it went. I am Anna, and again, this is Rouhani Wellness Center. I will see you next time.